Hey guys, good morning. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It is 4:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I want to talk about Joe Rogan today. I saw an article where Joe Rogan said, basically he said that, I got to use the term female dogs instead of the slang term. I think we all know what that word is, bi, etc. Said I have to use that for being here on YouTube. So they're only female dogs, or masks are for female dogs, insinuating that it's not masculine to wear a mask. And I thought it was a joke. I thought he was being sarcastic. I've disagreed. I've made videos about Joe Rogan before when I said Joe Rogan's a moron for voting, saying he's going to vote for Trump, but I still had a little bit of respect for him. And I thought he was being sarcastic. I thought he was more of an alpha male than this. I say that because yesterday there was over 57,000 new cases. Again, Thursday, another record-setting day. The United States is in crisis. Florida had 10,000 cases. Exactly 1 month ago, they had 600. Trump went on TV yesterday talking about 5 million new jobs, and that's great. I love this country, but that wasn't in the real-time data. That was before a week ago when these cases skyrocketed. A lot of these new openings are going to go back into the dumper right now. That 5 million, even though it's great, it means nothing, because as long as this virus continues to skyrocket each day, those jobs are going to disappear just as fast as they appeared. I'm going to talk about Trump and that 5 million new jobs in another video. I want to talk about Joe Rogan, though. And I say alpha male. Alpha male is a leader. A leader is somebody who leads by example. It's not about being a bully. It's a natural confidence that a man earns throughout his life. It's not something you wear. It's not something you can pretend to have. Women will notice if you're an alpha male. Men will notice if you're an alpha male. It's a natural way that you carry yourself, the way that you talk, the way that you walk, the way that you interact with people. And a lot of the time, it has to do with your compassion. If you're confident in yourself, you don't need to be a bully. You don't need to be offended at every word somebody says about you. You know who you are, and nothing's going to change that. That's confidence. I can't believe that Joe Rogan said this, that putting on a mask will somehow make somebody less masculine. Honestly, I have no respect for Joe Rogan whatsoever anymore. Getting back to being an alpha male, it's something you earn. My life, I've had a great life. It also included losing my father when I was 9, becoming the man of the family, 23 years of drug addiction, and now 13 and a half years clean and sober from crack cocaine and heroin. I've done what very few people can do. After my dad died, I moved to a new neighborhood, and every single day I got jumped by 3 or 4 guys where they took everything I had, my belt buckle, my ice skates, my books, and I started fighting. I would lose every fight. I'd get knocked down, my nose broke, I'd get back up smiling with blood dripping down from my face and keep swinging. And I saw the looks on those guys' faces. And it was a look of disbelief, and they started to look scared because they didn't know what they were going to have to do to stop me. That builds confidence. That's something clothes or what you wear. That's something. It's not clothes or what you wear is not going to build that, and it's not going to change that. Don't get me wrong. Fighting is if you're a true alpha male. If you truly have confidence in yourself. If you are not a female dog, it's not about fighting. If you have confidence, you should be able to, just the way you carry yourself, you should be able to dissuade most aggressive, foolish bullies from even messing with you. I've made another video where I talked about going to my local IGA. And I had to wait before it was for senior citizens first. And I was sitting outside, and there was a group of 3 or 4 other guys my age, and I overheard them. They were talking loud enough so I could overhear them. And they were, I'm not going to wear a mask. You going to wear a mask? No, I'm not going to wear a mask. Screw that. And I just kind of shook my head. And they went in there, and I saw them out of the corner of my eye. And they looked at people. They were so concerned about people judging them for wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. Is somebody going to say something to them? I'm ready. I'm going to give them hell if they say anything to me for not wearing a mask. That's not confidence, man. That's anything but confidence. When you're confident, you know yourself, you're sure of yourself, and nothing anybody can say or do is going to steal that from you. It's something you've earned throughout your life. To say that wearing a mask makes you B-I-T, rhymes with witch. To say that, I can't believe Joe Rogan said that. I honestly thought that he had more self-confidence. I really thought he was more of an alpha male. Being a contender with martial arts and his show and everything, I really thought that he was, I had a little bit of respect left for him, and I don't. He was serious about that. He's got a reputation for saying, saying things, rocking the boat. And I can respect that, but saying that, I don't know. Maybe all these years of smoking weed and DMT and God knows whatever else he puts in his body has made him lose confidence in himself. Maybe those few extra pounds I see there when he's sitting behind that desk, maybe that doesn't help either. Maybe he's lost confidence. Maybe it's a bald head. I don't know. I kind of feel a little sorry for him. I do. I really thought he was more of a man than that. But once again, real men will wear masks. With the country in a crisis like this, and we can't argue with these numbers skyrocketing. It is in a crisis. We're going to lose all these jobs, liberal or conservative. It doesn't matter. You don't want to see this country with the 4th of July tomorrow. I love this country. I don't want to see it go back to, I want to see it get back on its feet. But when you're not wearing a mask, you're directly contributing to the downfall of this country. You're not being a leader. You're not doing the right thing. You're not caring about your fellow Americans. Real men are leaders. They lead by example. How do you lead by example? You wear a mask. Anybody, like Joe Rogan, anybody that says this stuff about how a mask is somehow, I gotta laugh, wearing a mask is somehow going to detract from their masculinity. That right there is saying that they're so concerned about how somebody views them. And once again, real men, real confident men, alpha males they know who they are. And not patting myself on the back, but like I said, I walk in any store, any mall, and I've never been concerned about what anybody looks or says, or I've never once been concerned about wearing a mask in a store. Quite the contrary. I felt like it shows that I care about my fellow Americans, I care about my family, and I'm doing the right thing. That I'm not being selfish. Just because I'm a little inconvenienced that I'm having I have a hard time talking. We all do. We have a little bit of a hard time. It's not as easy. You ain't gonna suffocate. You're not gonna die from carbon dioxide poisoning. And the funniest thing is, it's the conservatives who label the liberals snowflakes are the ones that are complaining about this minor inconvenience. Look, stop being a wuss. Wear a mask. Do the right thing care about your country, care about your fellow Americans, and do the right thing and wear a mask. Joe Rogan, I've lost all respect for you. You're obviously not the man I thought you were. I had a little bit of respect left for you after that thing where you said you were going to vote for Donald Trump, but that's gone now. You're obviously a beta or whatever. I don't know what you are, but you ain't no alpha. So, care about your country. Have a good 4th of July. Social distance and wear a mask. Have a good Friday.